Good afternoon. My name is Jeremy Collins. I direct the Governor's Office of Engagement. We are tasked with being his eyes and ears in the communities across the state, but also carrying his message and sharing communities' interests and concerns with the governor. To Beat HIV is doing something unique as far as working in communities and being community-led. When you talk about community power building and you talk about building policies around the needs of directly affected people, To Beat HIV is doing that in the HIV/AIDS community. It's a community and it's a movement that's dominated by traditional or majority voices, but it's also but the impacts are felt more specifically and directly in minority spaces. Why I saw the need to do that in this office because traditionally it's not something that happens in this space. The HIV/AIDS research and development community is not one that this office would traditionally work with, and so I wanted to really bring those voices, community voices and leaders, national leaders, international thought leaders and advocates and practitioners to the table and talk about the work that's happening in North Carolina, the work that's being led here in North Carolina, but to show blind spots as well, like where can we be making more strides that we're just essentially just leaving talent unattended. So that was a really important thing for me. And so To Beat HIV is doing what I believe is the yeoman's work of going to the most directly affected populations, the most involved communities, and saying, like, first of all, these are all the potential benefits and services that are out there, but then like tell us what we should be doing on a state space, on a local theater in the state space and nationally to like change the numbers around it. Our partnership with To Beat HIV, it's changed the conversation that we've had with our North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services. It's signaled to them that the governor really cares about the HIV/AIDS epidemic and research that's again born right out of this state. After our convening almost a year ago now, we participated in 2 other statewide programs related to HIV Cure Research and HIV advocacy, or HIV/AIDS elimination and advocacy. Thirdly, when the governor writes his budget, when he wrote his budget and discussed what the priorities were going to be around health, HIV/AIDS conversation was central to that. And we were able to produce not just a program that we participated in, but real findings from real people, dozens of folks who had convened in the governor's space to talk about how we can advance this issue in the years to come. The HIV Cure Research piece is really important because it's the thing that gives us hope. HIV Cure Research Day is this prospective space to talk about all the things that can be, all the things that we can do. North Carolina has this prospective motto, to be rather than to seem, and that verb to be means something. It means like, how do we envision a future where HIV/AIDS is not the epidemic that it is today? I think HIV Cure Research Day gets at that by highlighting the problems, but it also really articulates through some innovative programs that I'm sure will be discussed, marrying the tech space and innovation with medical needs and community needs.